basically, we were living in grandma's house, and there's 3 or 4 of us and the dog. Finally, grandpa was like, y'all got to, y'all ain't gonna, come on now. Your husband was on the radio. Go do something. And we set out on the road and we was homeless. We lived in the car. We was in homeless shelters, all types.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life, street stars. You know what time it is.
How many people be hitting you up to try to get your story? Because now you're a Hollywood legend.
No one has hit me up to try to get my story yet, and it's good. It's kind of interesting you said that. I did a documentary. A lot happened during the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, I figured other ways to get money. A lot that was working that we ain't working now. You ain't working right now. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? I did a movie called AM Radio. You can go see that on Tubi. They you up because if you a fan of me, you fan of the work, fan of the good, and blah blah blah. Prepare you for. The thing is, this was so raw that everything that I gave you during that movie that was happening to me in real life. Why? Because it was during the pandemic. What happened during the pandemic? The entire planet was on the same. We was all on some. Is this it?
We was the same. Yeah.
We was all equal in the unknown. You know what I'm saying? And that uncertainty, that was just the pandemic portion. Nigga, we lost Kobe that, and I'm diehard Laker fan and a Kobeist over everybody, you know what I mean?
Come on.
And then George Floyd? What? Point the camera over and ask for some emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you see this movie, just know, it was almost easy, because that's why it's so good. AM Radio, the movie, not the radio show. See, I got that plug in first? That ain't cold. We're doing this long ass time. We're doing this long ass time. Right now, go ahead.
Wait. Man, was it supposed to be like a sequel to radio or?
That's a good one. Juice. Woo!
I'm just
bang, bang! He came out with him quick, didn't he?
Hit him with that.
All right, let me just put him on. All right. Now I've identified the problem. Okay, I got you. You gonna be that guy. Man. Turn the camera on. So I can... No, it's all good.
Man. So your lineage has always been, you've got famous lineage. Your dad was the lead singer for Main Ingredient.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my mama.
Amen. Amen.
I told my mama you was coming on the show. She said that nigga is his daddy.
Yes. I love that. I'm glad that it showed my dad that your mom's a fan of. Because I'm feeling older when there's a mother to say my mama love you.
Yeah.
Like but my mama your biggest fan. Like, damn.
She definitely wanted to come up here. But
that's what's up.
Yeah. But
shout out to moms.
How was that, growing under such a famous figure?
The best way to explain it is that it wasn't nothing. And what I mean by that is it was normal to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, They say ignorance is bliss. Like if you don't know, you're missing something. If you didn't know, this is special. Everybody's dad ain't singing. Everybody's dad ain't on radio. This is all I know. You know what I'm saying? And we sang all the time. We went through all types. I understand this. My pops was a famous singer in, this is another place to put it in this perspective. My pops was a famous singer in the 70s for like a couple years. In the 70s, the first half. There's a lot of entertainers we know that was dope for, 4 or 5 years, and then you kind of don't hear from them for a while and something happens and life gets in the way. In this particular instance, my father had a number 1 song. Everybody plays the fool, right? All over the radio, everything was good. Houses, cars, bank, blah, 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 blah. Even then, we didn't know what to do with money. Yes. Everything was either leased or rented or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So that was one thing. But it was enough money for you to not worry about it. Like, everything was good. This was in 1972, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was born in 76, right? 2 years after I was born, my pops went out to Africa during apartheid. Now, we wasn't supposed to do that back then. You know what I mean? So when Pops didn't tell him, I'm going out there to sing, what? They look black folks, yes, and woo, everybody. Came back, he was the fool. They blacklisted him, put all his music off the shelves. He had to start over. You know what I mean? Then it's 80, 81, 82. Now I'm about 5 years old. I don't see Pops no more. He wasn't home. Papa was always a Rolling Stone. And then 5 years later, him and my mom divorced. I always thought that left when I was born and he lost. My brother, who's 10 years older than me, Cuba's 10 years old, 9 years older than me, depending on the time of the year. He was never home. Because he was always moving and grooving. Just being honest, he was never here. It was just a surprise to see him as you. But when he got blacklisted, he had to start over, right? So he went back to New York to kind of start his name back up and so on and do the gigs he had to do when we hustled underneath the radar. You know what I'm saying? And for us, we started to fuck over. You know, moms moved back with her moms. So basically, we were living in grandma's house, and there's 3 or 4 of us and the dog. Finally, grandpa was like, y'all got to, y'all ain't gonna, come on now. Your husband was on the radio. Go do something. And we set out on the road and we was home. We lived in the car. We was in homeless shelters, all types of, yep.
Wait, divorce, you go with
now,
mom or dad?
I kind of jumped around. So,
okay.
76, I was born. A few years later, boom, the black ball happens. Couple more years, now the money's dried up. Now I'm 5, 6 years old. Now we're living in the high desert when we were in like the lower valley area. Now, my mother and my father were born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. Then they had my brother and sister, born in the Bronx. 5 years old, they moved to California. Hello.
Come on. Let's go.
5 more years later, I'm born. He found out he was in Africa. Like, he was at home for the conception part. But by the time he came out of Africa, I was the oops baby, basically. So there's that 10-year gap. You know what I mean? Okay. So like I said, the money was cool, right up into there. 5 more years, boom, boom, and we had to start over. So anyway, so a lot of it, you know, very long-windedly answer your question. To me, it was just a lot of moving around. It was a lot of traveling. I was always singing. My mom's a born-again Christian. She was always singing. We on the road, we praying and singing and da-da-da-da. What the funny part is, I found out later, she didn't get saved until after I was born.
Wow.
So my brother and sister, who are 10 years older than me, like, just smoking cigarettes and beating our ass. Now she like, Jesus said. That's what happens when you get born again. Yeah. But that's all I knew. Yeah. But I was different. I was one of them, I could see it all. I could see both sides of it. I knew there was something to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe in God, He's Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I love it. I'm praying, boom, 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 but I'm also a realist about life. Like, sometimes, you know, you just got to do what you have to do. You have to have God in your life, but you got to see the practical side of everything. Like, my father's father was an atheist, married to a born-again Christian. My father, he also went from Muslim to Christian, back and forth. It's confusing, especially black. It's confusing. Which is it? Our God? Is it Allah? Boom, 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 boom. And then the light gets cut off, but I was praying. Why are these lights? God helps, but son, you know what I mean? I thought I prayed the lights to stay on. No, you got to go work too. You know what I mean? So I done seen it all.
We're going to jump around the conversation. I want to stay in your posse, but I'm just curious.
Tequila first.
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
Like, what
no, I'm curious.
Go ahead.
Cuba gets into his first movie at what age?
So, all right. So I know I should just keep pushing on. So basically,
no. I'm gonna go back to your father.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that so you can answer that. Let's see. So there's a 9-year difference between the two of us. So when he was 18, he got into the business. When I was 9, I earlier than that, huh? Anyway, regardless of the numbers, he got in before me, and then I got in right behind him. But there's a 9-year difference.
Okay.
He did a lot of television. His first big movie was Boys in the Hood, which is 89.
Okay. All right, so go back to your pops. I'm just curious. Now that you are in the business yourself, do you feel like your pops, if you look at the money he was making or the deal he had, was it a lucrative deal, or do you feel like it was maybe over?
Oh, of course, but there's everybody over there. You know? And you know, this is the thing. You know, when you're an entertainer, you can be very creative and very good at entertaining. You can be very good, very creative, very good at entertaining, and have a business mind.
That's true.
Or you can just have a business mind, or you could just be creative. There's plenty of different things that you can be. My father's very creative and very talented. He had a good business sense, but, you know, money-wise, I don't want to get too political and black versus white and this and that and what they get taught and what we get taught and so forth and so on, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But there's you can name all 5 of them. That actually, both. On one hand, Jay-Z, yeah, exactly.
So for you, your brother, and also your sister,
Yeah.
What was y'all career like? Your daddy, mama, they want y'all to get into the industry, but did they push y'all or you just like?
Not at all. That's a great question. With entertainers, you either have it or you don't. There are circumstances, which is weird. I think that's why you get, that's too deep to say. That's why sometimes there's tragedies in the entertainment, like maybe they were pushed in and something like that. I don't get that because for me, he should just be an actor. All right, cool, action. Okay, he's not ready. You ain't got to tell him. You ain't got to say action. They on go. You point the camera at them, it's just natural. Me, that's just how I was. I was always just on. I knew, spotlight. Oh, is this me? Is this my camera? I didn't have to take classes and so forth and so on. But it doesn't, that's just how I was hardwired. My brother took the classes, but he got the Oscar. You know what I mean? Right. Take the classes. Yeah. If that's, if you respond to classes and the work and blah, 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 that's how it pays off. Me, I didn't. It was just natural for me. So anyway, with the kids, same stuff. I got 2 boys, 7-year-old, 4-year-old. I'm like, it ain't gonna be a choice. It is or it ain't. One of them is just like, clearly. The other one is like, okay. You know what I mean? They ain't both super, one play sports like a mother. You know what I mean? Like, it tells itself. With us, we weren't pushed. My brother, it was a passion for him. My brother saw his dad on stage singing in front of all these thousands of motherfuckers. Couldn't sing himself. But you still can't sing. I saw the interview. I can sing now. No, you can't. But I mean, especially compared to my father. Yeah. This man died at 73 years old and was hitting the same notes he hit when he was 20. Same notes, and he hit the high notes. Yeah. He wasn't still baritone. No, this was killing it, you know what I mean? So anyway, it's stiff curve. So he wanted to be, he knew he had to be on stage. And it was boom. Me, same thing. First thing I did was a play in 4th grade. Or I did a play 2nd grade, 3rd grade, whatever the case. 4th grade was the talent show. That's when I started doing my shit. And I memorized The Show by Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. And my partner did Slick, I did Dougie for boom, boom, boom. We performed that shit. And I was bit after that. Next, I was writing raps and sitting with the motherfucking 6th graders just rapping. I'm like, I got one, you know what I mean? I bust my loose, And then it just went on there. But I stayed in school. And that was my thing. But they didn't know it. I'm the youngest. Just play, have fun while we do this shit. We homeless and going to hotels and all. It's like, this is fun. Next hotel. They all sad and crying. I didn't know. I was having you know what I'm saying? It was all, relative to me. And my sister, she just stayed clear of all of it. She was just kind of like, y'all do that. That's y'all. But it was easy because, my parents being older, they were like, it's the men get the money. The men do this. My mom was a singer as well. She had a record deal. She was part of the Sweethearts. And then they changed the name to The Level. She signed to Brunswick, all that, blah, blah. She had a whole career. She met my dad out in the circuit. Shit in the circuit, boom, boom. You making any money, boom, boom, boom. They got together. They got married. She said, all right, I'll raise the kids. You go on do that. Right? But it was a blessing because she's raising the kids to be entertained. She knows all this. So shit she's saying ain't just regular mama. I got to get you, blah, 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 blah. No, let's get us up. Like, boom, boom. When your dad called me, he gonna beat your ass too. It was black household. Trust that belt shit, it was real. But that's what it was. She was running the house in the sense of, look, this is boom, boom, boom. He's getting this money. Y'all come into your own, but it wasn't like you have to do this. But if you're gonna take an interest in this, then I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. And she was hands-on. My brother was older. He was like 18, 19 years old. I was 9. So the difference is she was my manager. Because that's still my mom telling me, look, man, go in there and do this. All right, you got to audition for this show called Webster. When you get in there, you got to be different. When you get there, it's going to be a whole room full of all look like you because they match the description of the role that they call. So what are you going to do different? I don't know. What is it? What is the role? I'm an announcer. You're an announcer? What do you say? I say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sammy Club. And from the stage is blah, 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 blah. She's like, all right, is that how you're going to say it? No, I'm just telling you. What to say it, how you going to say it? Oh, okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Family Club. She said, you're not smiling. Use your teeth. Your teeth are your money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're right there, right here. Hey, now she's smiling. Now he's smiling. Work the room. I said, okay, mama, okay. And then I'll get the part. She's like, maybe. We gotta think. You don't know. Well, we gotta think of something else. What's gonna stand you apart? And we brainstormed. We said, oh, I know what we're gonna do. I took a microphone, put it into my jacket, and tucked the cord in. And I walked in looking like everybody else. All right, what's your name? Omar Miles Gooding. I always said my full name. Omar Miles Gooding. I always said Omar Miles. Hey, Omar Miles Gooding. Okay, you ready? Yes. All right, and action. I out the cord, hit the floor. I said, and now, ladies and gentlemen. They all went, oh, to the cord. And I booked that.
You go, man. That's
you know what I'm saying? And then I kept that as a standard. They're like, oh, you always got to think outside the box. You always got to be creative. Is this something you want to do? And when she told me, I didn't go, oh, what do you mean? Oh, Mom, are you serious? Oh, well, how do I do this? No, I listen, just bet. You had to tell me but once. And then, so with lineage, if it's in the blood, if it's this, it's that, do you think this kid's got it? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. You ain't gonna have to guess. It ain't gonna be hard to know whether or not, he's on. Because you just tell him. You tell him something. Is he listening? It happens with sports. I see my kids are starting to sports now. When you don't listen, draw something.
Right.
The shooting out there. I just want to keep practicing. All right.
Come on.
Now
you gotta want it.
Now that since it came so natural to you, do you think had you went to school and got that education, you would have been more?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I learned on the job. I went to him and said, what do you regret about school? That I learned different.
Yeah.
Me. I know me. I can't talk about everybody else. Me, I learned different. I'm sitting there, teacher say it one time, boom, 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 boom. Everybody listen, boom, boom. I'm like, okay. Wait, say it one more time? No, that's the USD. You don't get to ask a question. Wait, what's the part about this? Oh, when you weren't paying attention? Oh, was you talking to somebody? Oh, never mind. That's not how I learned. I learned by repetition. Say it again. I got friends, one of my best friends in the world in here. We talk about it over and over. Well, I want Leonardo DiCaprio, and I hope that he can fight when the shit hit the fan. It was common sense. They saw Baby Boy, he was confused. Why? I live in LA. Who the think I'm affiliated with? You really think I'm hanging out with these cornballs? Okay, you keep watching Wild and Crazy Kids if you want to.
Yeah.
So, was there any sibling rivalry as far as acting?
Not at all. Too far of a gap.
Too far?
If we was 2 or 3 years apart, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's my big bro, period. He somehow pull out a karate move and get a little stronger. It's
as old as
it's just my big brother. Like I've never cried from getting hit, except for this who punched me in the arm once. Like you know that distance between get it caught in the chin and it's boom boom when you fighting this old boom boom. When you was little, when you just get why am I crying? Like that. When it's all over beat me up.
What is the stupidest thing I ever? Like me and my brother, we fought over a ham sandwich one time. What's the?
I bit his thumb. Trying to get him up.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey. Okay, y'all know what time it is. OG Percy, Reallyfe Street Starz. Y'all better clock in and tune in, like, subscribe, hit that button. OG Percy, show no mercy. Hello!